Help support our coverage using Blueberry, the community that gives creators the ability to make money, get detailed audience measurements, and host their audio and video. Get 30 days to try out the service using promo code Blueberry004. That's BLUBRRY004.
I walked by this booth, Hydraloop, took some pictures. You guys were busy. Oh, well, actually, I should introduce my guests. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Are we shaking hands? I'm Sabine. Hi.
Hi, Sabine. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too.
So, you if it was by any semblance, you guys, it looks like you've been busy over there.
You can hear it in my voice, maybe. Yeah, I'm kind of losing it. But yes, we've been very busy. Wonderful. Yeah.
So, Hydraloop is pretty unique, and I think those that are eco-conscious are going to be interested in this product. Why don't you, first of all, introduce yourself about who you are, what you do in the company, and go through everything.
Love to. Thank you. So my name is Sabine Stauffer. I'm the CMO and co-founder of Hydraloop. Now, we are the only IoT-connected, smart, decentral water recycling producer, and we have come here to CES. Oh, let me just say that in 2020, we won the best product of the whole show. So we beat everybody else with our Hydraloop H300. So these are standalone units, so you can recycle your water in your building. So this is your lightly contaminated water from bath, shower, washing machine, or condensation water from air conditioner, heat pump. So instead of just chucking it away and having it wasted, we think about a more circular way of using water. So we collect it in our beautiful units, treat it, clean it, purify it, so it's clean, clear, and safe, and you can use it again for those purposes that do not need tap water quality.
Right.
So toilet flushing, washing machine, garden, and swimming pool. And since that January 2020, which was the pivoting moment for our company when we won Engadget's Best of the Best of the whole show, we've grown the company, and so now we have offices all over the world, and we have partners, etc. We've grown our product line with larger units. But this year, we've come here to CES with the smallest Hydraloop unit, and it's called the Hydraloop Concealed. And what we've done is we've integrated it with the toilet flushing system. And why have we done that? So that 70% of the world population lives in an apartment, and they don't have the space for like a standalone unit. So now it's very easy for, and it's below $2,000 that we're offering. 1,895 is the price, which is unbelievable. We don't use filters or chemicals or membranes. And so it's for new construction, for small, so for tiny houses, etc. And on the other hand, if you just want to do a bathroom retrofit, it's also very easy. And what you can do is the front plate, you can really design with your own taste. So you can make the smallest room in your home a statement of water sustainability and design.
You know, what's interesting about this is I grew up in rural America, and the house that I grew up in was built in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
And it had a gray water system and I guess the dark water system. So the dark water system went into a drain field and that type of a thing, and then the gray water went a separate route.
Yeah.
So stuff that came out of the sink, taps and stuff like that. So what you really have done here is taken the water that is really not dangerous, although it could have some chemicals from dish soap or something like that in it, and you're recycling that and then allowing that to be used a second time.
We are, but there's a very important issue there. We treat the water.
You treat it.
So what goes into the system is called gray.
Right.
But what comes out is not gray water anymore, and actually it looks like the purest. It's not drinkable water. It doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
But it looks like tap water. But it is treated water. It's disinfected, and so there is no viruses, no bacteria. So it's super safe. I've drank it.
Right.
I'm still here.
Yeah. It's to me, this is pretty amazing, because if you think about every time we wash our hands, that's just water that's gone. It goes back into the ecosystem. If you're in a city, it goes into the water reclamation system, but in the country, it's not necessarily that case. Well, maybe it goes into the drain field and goes down. I could see use cases for both. Less water usage, the whole 9 yards, and in developing countries, water is a big issue.
It's a big issue everywhere.
Well, it's a big issue everywhere.
And basically, it's not just the climate change that is facing severe problems, but just to give you some stats, by 2050 we will have 2 billion more people on the planet, 65% of us will be living in urban environments. And if we don't do anything, we will need 55% more water
Right.
than we're using today. And we're already running out. I live in the Netherlands. We have a drought. I know there's a drought in Sweden. It's not just like Nevada here or wherever. It's everywhere. It's a global issue. And so we think everything has to be more circular. So we have to get away from the linear way of thinking. This is called upstream intervention. Very nice word.
Yeah.
Basically what we're saying, you know, we give the water a second loop, therefore Hydraloop.
Sure.
And use it for those purposes that do not need tap water quality. You save water, you reduce wastewater, save energy and money, and contribute towards a more sustainable planet.
And it could be even used in garden.
Oh yeah.
All these other applications where you're just pulling from the pump anyway.
Topping up your swimming pool. We're NSF
That's right.
350 certified, so the water is certified to the highest international
So
standards.
since it is treated, does the system then need ongoing maintenance from a chemical standpoint or nothing?
No, that's a beauty. All the systems are IoT connected. So they're all connected to our server and our Hydraloop device manager. They get over-the-air software updates. We're reading all the systems are monitored and read, and it's a self-cleaning system. Very low maintenance. We advise once every year and sometimes once every 2 years, just a general maintenance. That's it.
That's amazing.
So no consumables, nothing.
Obviously, it plugs in, needs power.
175 kilowatt hours per year, which is like a light bulb.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
It's not a lot.
No.
No.
And so with that, so 175 kilowatts to do all the processing. So I'm assuming you're using ultraviolet light. How's the actual processing going on to take gray water and turn it into something that comes out of the tap that doesn't look like it's gray water anymore?
So I told you that, I think I told because I've spoken to so many people.
It's okay.
No, so we don't use filters or membranes or chemicals.
Yeah.
Chemicals is a no-no.
Right.
And the filters and membrane, they clog. You can understand, you
Yep.
push it through.
Yep.
So we wanted to make a consumable, something that is fit and forget, because people don't like to clean their own that stuff. So what we would do, we do sedimentation and flotation, very simple. Anything heavier and lighter, we take out automatically. System does it. Then we inject millions of air bubbles.
Okay.
And these air bubbles, they travel up in the water, and they take the suspended solids with them. That's the milky kind of color from the soap and whatever.
Yeah.
And you know what we do? We have soap in the water. We want to get rid of it. So with these bubbles, we create foam. And
Yep.
we're foaming the dirt out of the water, and then we skim it off like a Dutch beer. You just take off.
It's just like when you're cooking and the foam comes to the top and you're taking it.
We take it off. I'll quickly go on. Then we have a moving bed because I see we are kind of ending the time.
Yeah.
I'll be quick. So it's the foam. Then we're injecting so much air into the water, it becomes very oxygen rich. We have a moving bed bioreactor aerobic bacteria. They're also taking the nutrients out.
Got it.
And the final step is UVC light.
Yep.
And it's clean, clear, and safe.
Hydraloop, hydraloop.com.
Com.
So everyone,
55332. And we're here all day and tomorrow. Love to see you.
for those of you watching the live stream, hydraloop.com. Check out the new retrofit kit that they have for homes and apartments and wherever it may be applicable. Thank you for coming on. We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.